Right now, my gym shoes are 3 feet from the couch. My phone is in my hand. I've been scrolling for 40 minutes. Earlier today, I promised myself I'd be lifting by 6 p.m. tonight. It's past 6:30. I'm not in the gym. This is the 4th time this week. Here's what makes it strange. I'm not lazy. I work 12-hour shifts. I show up for my family. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't have any of those obvious vices. I pray. I have a routine I actually care about. But somewhere between making the promise last night and sitting on this couch tonight, something fell apart. And it's not the first time. It's not the 10th time. It's a pattern. For a long time, I told myself it was discipline I was missing. After enough of these nights, I started suspecting something else. The real problem isn't that you're undisciplined. The real problem is that your brain has stopped trusting your own words. This is the Plaza Method. I'm Para. Today, we're breaking down why this happens and what to actually do about it. If you're watching this, you probably know the feeling. You make a promise to yourself at night, a real one, the kind you actually mean. Tomorrow, I'll wake up early. Tomorrow, I'll start the diet. Tomorrow, I'll finish the project I keep putting off. And tomorrow comes, and something inside you, almost without permission, slides back into the same shape as yesterday. Most people think this is a willpower problem. They think they need to want it more. Read another book, watch another motivation video, push harder. But the longer this goes on, the less push works, because there's a deeper system underneath. And it has nothing to do with how much you want it. Your brain isn't listening to what you tell it. It's watching what you actually do. Every time you say, I'll start tomorrow, and don't, your brain files that away as evidence, not as a moral failure, just as a data. And after enough data, it stops believing you. That's why you can feel completely sincere when you make a promise at 11 p.m. and then watch yourself break it by 11 a.m. You're sincere. Your brain just doesn't trust you anymore. This is what I call broken self-trust. And before you can fix the routine, the workout, the sleep schedule, the work focus, you have to fix this. Here are 3 reasons it keeps happening, and then I'll show you the way out. The first reason is that you make promises while you're feeling something. I'll give you my own example. There's a version of me, usually late at night, mid-shift when there's a quiet moment to think, that writes out the perfect day. Sleep deep from 11 in the morning until 6 in the evening. Wake up sharp. Hit the gym from 6 to 8 p.m. No skipping the pre-workout. Then 4 hours building this channel. And then get back to my actual job. Locked in. It feels real when I write it. It feels possible. Then I wake up the next day and I'm tired. Sometimes the sleep didn't go right. Sometimes the shift before was heavier than I planned. And the version of me that has to keep that promise is not the version that made it. The planner you is fresh, emotional, hopeful, and full of ideas. The tired you is the one who has to actually get off the couch and tie the shoes. These 2 versions of you are not the same person. And every plan you make has to be a plan tired you can keep, not a plan that only inspired you can dream about. If your routine only works on the best day, it's not a routine, it's a fantasy. The second reason is that you make promises that are way too big. This one's hard to see because it feels like ambition, like you're being a serious person. Bigger goals, bigger commitments, bigger version of yourself. But your brain doesn't see ambition. It sees friction. When I tell myself I'll go to the gym 6 times this week, 2 hours each session with the perfect pre-workout on the exact schedule, my brain is doing the math. It's calculating effort. And the bigger the number, the more it looks for an exit. That exit is the couch, the phone, the scrolling, the thing that I'll just rest for 10 minutes. That's not laziness. That's your brain trying to protect you from a plan it thinks is too expensive. A small promise, 1 set, 1 walk to the gym, just putting on the shoes, slips under the brain's radar. It's not big enough to fight. That's why small goals beat big goals. Not because they're more impressive, because they actually get done. The third reason is that you're tying your action into feelings. This is the one that breaks most people, including me, most weeks. I notice it most on Thursdays and Fridays. By that point in the week, that tiredness has tact. Bad sleep on Monday becomes worse focus on Wednesday, becomes empty energy by Thursday. And when Thursday hits, I'm not asking, what do I need to do? I'm asking, do I feel like doing it? That's the trap. If you wait until you feel like doing the thing, you'll wait forever. Because the days you need discipline the most are the days you're least likely to feel disciplined. The people who actually stay consistent aren't more motivated than you. They're just not asking the question. They don't check in with their feelings before they put on the shoes. They put the shoes on first and let the feelings catch up later. If your action depends on your mood is in charge of your life. So how do you actually fix this? Here's the approach that started working for me. You don't try to be better. You try to be believable to yourself again. That's the whole shift. Stop trying to transform your life. Start trying to keep one small promise. Pick something so small, it almost feels embarrassing. 5 minutes of reading, 1 set of push-ups, drinking a full glass of water before you touch your phone in the morning. The size doesn't matter. The keeping it matters. Then make it specific. Not, I'll exercise more. Specific. After I finish my coffee, I'll put on my gym shoes. Not, I'll be more focused on work. Specific. Before I open Facebook, I'll send 3 follow-up messages to leads. Vague promises slip away. Specific promises don't have anywhere to hide. Then connect it to something you already do every day. Not a brand new time slot you've never used. Tie it to a thing that's already there. Your morning coffee, your shower, your prayer. The moment you sit down at your desk, that existing habit becomes the trigger. And here's the part most people get wrong. When you miss, and you will miss, don't make it a story. A missed day is just a missed day. It's not a referendum on who you are. It's not proof that you're not disciplined. It's just one data point. What matters isn't whether you miss. What matters is how fast you come back. Missing once is normal. Missing twice in a row is where the pattern starts to rebuild itself, but only if you let it. So when it happens, don't sit there and analyze why you're broken. Just show up the next day. Same small promise, same specific action. That's how trust gets built back. Not with one heroic week, with one kept promise, and then another, until your brain has new evidence to look at. Discipline doesn't feel like discipline when you're inside it. It just feels like doing the small thing again. You won't notice the change for the first week. You probably won't notice it in the second, but somewhere around week 3 or 4, something quiet happens. You catch yourself believing in your own words again. Not in a dramatic way, just enough. That's the start. That's what we are building. Most of the world is going to keep telling you to push harder, want it more, find your reason, find your fire. That's not what works. What works is being honest about who you are, what you can actually keep, and what your tired self is willing to do. If you're tired of feeling like a person who breaks promises to yourself, pick one small thing this week. Make it specific. Tie it to something you already do. Keep it for 7 days. Don't tell anyone. Don't post about it. Just keep it and let your brain see the evidence. That's where the method starts. This was the Plaza Method. I'm Par. If this gives you a clearer picture of what's actually going on, subscribe. New videos every Sunday. We are building this slow, and we are building it real. See you next week.